What's the guy's name? We don't really know, David. Our buddy GTO Jason came over when I was out in Moab, Utah, and dropped the car off over here at my friend Pete's, and wanted me to go over the body work and do the body work to it. And when I got here, I almost had a heart attack. I almost fainted, and I couldn't believe what I was looking. I thought I was looking at a car that was already painted, but we found out that we weren't looking at paint. What we were looking at is Bondo.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
So you're telling me that this isn't a yellowish painted car here? We're not looking at.
This is a black car. It's supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm looking at a car here, and it looks like I'm looking at a car that's either primered or painted, but it's not. What we're looking at here is solid Bondo. Look at the deck lid on this. Jason Guy GTO dude. Look at it.
I see it. This is what happens when you get a.
So you pulled it out of the shop.
I saved it from body shop jail. That's right.
And this is an example
of
that
what happens
when you take it to these shops and they say that it's going to be a beautiful car. This is the underneath of what the car actually looks like. This is what you're looking at here is Bondo. You claim that there's no way that he should have put all that Bondo on there because that quarter panel was like straight as an arrow.
It was. There was rust at the bottom.
Let's start at the beginning. You got the 66 GTO.
Yes.
You take it over to the dipper. You literally had this car dipped. Not blasted, not soda blasted, dipped.
100% acid dipped.
The reason you went to that extreme is because this car was actually a flawless, super good car.
Well,
I mean, it had its little rust problems and your normal attitude shit, but it was a clean, super clean car.
It was a very clean
that you
car.
and your dad were telling everybody, we're painting this bitch black.
Well, that's what color the car is originally. It's black with a red interior, tri-power 4-speed.
Then you told me, you said, I don't know why the guy Bondoed the whole fender. Look at the Bondo on that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That is solid Bondo. But on the other hand,
what about this right here?
that's what I'm saying. The Bondo, look at this. The Bondo's already peeling off, and it ain't even got primer on it. So we get over to this fender here, and I'm looking at this fender, and I'm saying, damn, for a 66 fender, that fender's in pretty good, super clean shape. Now, I rubbed my hands on it, and I felt a few little dents up here. I see where this has got to be cut out, probably patched. We got a little bit of patch action, which is normal down on the bottom here. But other than that, I mean, this is a clean fender.
Yeah, it's
being the GTO guy that you are, you know a good fender from a bad fender.
That's an excellent fender.
And you're saying that the other fender on the other side of the car
was just like this.
You're shitting me.
No, I'm telling you the damn truth.
Wow.
I'm telling you the truth. It looked just, it was a match to that fender.
What's going on over here on the rocker panel? You got part of your rocker panel missing.
Yeah, it's part of it. It was rusted out. It had a little small hole about the size of a quarter, and we cut it out. And I've got the patch panel inside there. The second one, he already lost the first one.
Wow.
Well, that's the second one I've had to cut out.
Yeah.
He lost.
Speaking of welding, can we go ahead and look at the weld job?
You bet. Well, look at that right there.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that.
You want me to tell you what this resembles to me? This resembles to me a 1960 stock car that you would take on the racetrack and wreck. Okay, you know those roundy round figure-8 jobs?
Look at this right here. Hey, come close. Look.
I'm looking.
It doesn't even line up. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that. Look over from the top.
This weld that we're looking at, let me tell you something. That was not welded with a MIG welder. You want me to tell you what he welded that with? An arc welder. That is arc welding weld there. Where was the rust on this quarter panel? Where was the initial rust?
There's a little rust right down in here.
So you're telling me that the rust was down here,
yeah,
and he replaced that whole piece, And I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but I'm showing everybody, look at this. This is actually welded on with an arc welder. That isn't even MIG welding. Your dad pointed out, your dad's so disgusted he doesn't want to be in the video. I don't blame him. Look at that corner right there, how the whole corner's popped out like a piece of bubble gum.
Yeah, I see it right here.
No, over there, closer. Over toward me, right there.
Yeah.
Look at that. This is disgusting. This is so disgusting that a crack addict, if a crack addict was working on it, he would laugh at it. So the mess that we really got here is not just a mess that says, hey, we're using spray-on Bondo. We aren't using spray-on Bondo. Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on. What's going on, bud?
Look at that. Look at that straight edge.
Yeah,
look at that.
This. Wow.
Look at that.
Look at that, dude.
It's in an inch. It is a half inch.
Oh, that's out at least an inch or more.
Look at that.
That is pathetic, dude. Okay, hold it right there. Look at that. Look at this.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the deal you get. This is what happens when you get a guy doing this kind of body work. Look at all the pinholes. I want to point this out. Do you see all those air pockets?
Yeah, I see.
Those go all the way through from here down to the metal.
Look at that one.
Everywhere.
Right there.
So what happens is when you start doing body work like this, instead of taking it off and bringing it back down to where it is, you start adding more and more and more and more, and then eventually it's up. Now I want you all to pay attention. Can you get that straight edge and put it on right there where he put that Bondo? You can see where the quarter panel goes in like that.
Right here.
Yeah, let's see what. Okay, actually it's.
But
Put it down a little more. Put it down.
Right there.
Okay, look what we got here. See, my eyeballs tell me that it's in, but in reality it's out.
Yeah.
So that's saying that he's got about 1.5 inches too much Bondo in there already. Look it over here, guy. Come on over here. I want you to rub your hand here. You can tell that this is higher than this.
Yeah.
All right?
Oh, yeah, you can feel it.
Now, look at the roof right here. I want to show everybody something. So you see the roof. He has literally went over that with approximately 3/4 of an inch of Bondo. But look up under the car, and what do we see? The roof looks perfect. I looked at the roof meticulously, and I found probably 3 dents in the whole roof. But then on the other hand, what this guy did is he Bondoed the whole car up, dude. Do you know there's actually videos on YouTube that show people how to Bondo your car like this?
Right.
They literally show you, look at this mess. All right, they got oil and grease splattered all over it. If you look real close, you can see where pinholes go down to the metal. Okay? So you brought the car over to my friend Pete and you said, hey, I want you to fix it. I don't have time. I don't have time. The only thing I can tell is you can bring it to your garage at home and wait until I get other action out of the shop, dude.
Yeah, that's what's going to have to happen.
What are you feeling? What's the deal right now, guys? How are you feeling?
Look at this guy.
He's laughing at it.
Yeah, I know.
He almost was crying.
Yeah.
Now he's laughing. It's one of them cry-laugh situations.
It's part of this. This is part of the process on these cars. Sometimes you get a hold of a good guy, like my friend Pete, and sometimes you get a hold of a bunch of damn screwballs.
So you had a guy tell you this is the guy to bring it to.
Well, the guy.
And you trusted him. Hold on, let me be the judge here.
Right.
Okay, Judge Judy in action here. The guy said, bring it to this guy. He's a good body man. He's going to take care of you. So you trust him.
Oh, yeah, I trust him.
And that's where it all starts out, is with trust.
He's painted a car before.
Yeah, he painted a car for you, so you figure, well, if he says he's a good guy, he's a good guy.
Right.
How do you feel about that? Is it the body man's fault or the guy that introduced you to the body man? Because you trusted him.
I think both, to be honest with you, because he was kind of the El Capitan on this deal, like steam shipping.
Right. He was the steam captain.
Right.
That was telling everybody to do. So it was really his job in the beginning.
He should have caught this a long time ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he didn't actually physically do it, but he was in charge of it. So.
Wow. Yeah, when I walked in my paint booth and I flipped the light on, I said, I don't know what they're talking about. It's already painted. It's already painted. What do they want me to do? And then I actually looked at it and I saw it was Bondo.
Oh, it's a nice car. I mean, it's
beautiful. It's a beautiful car.
Hell, he's already got the frame. The frame's trash.
Can I ask you a question? Okay, hold on. What about the frame? What's going on?
Well, like the engine, underneath the engine, it's just. I mean,
well, hold on. Let's look at the frame. What do you mean? The frame used to be meticulously immaculate, or?
Here, I'll show you.
So you guys restored the frame on this, or what?
Yeah, we've already done the frame.
So the frame was already done.
Yes.
So by putting all that Bondo on there and getting all that dust and trash, look at the bottom of this car. It's filthy. I can't believe that this frame was actually a restored frame. If you look at it now, it looks like it's been down the road for 800,000 miles. Wow.
This used to be meticulously detailed, kind of like the 65.
Okay, so this was a show car engine.
It was. When I brought it to him.
When you brought this car to the guy, it was a show car engine.
Yes. Yeah, it was
okay, hold on. Let me
detailed.
back up, bud. Let me back it up.
Come
okay.
over here. Get over here.
I'm going to get right here. I'm right here. Okay, go ahead, dude. Son of a bitch, look at this. It looks like the motor's 40 years old.
Yeah, look at it.
I'm actually wondering if the carburetor's going to work.
Look at this.
Look at the framework on this. Look at the... It's filthy. Filthy, dirty.
Dirty.
I can't believe it, guys.
This is
I can't
nasty.
believe it.
This thing was meticulously detailed.
Do you even know the guy's name that did this?
I mean, I'm talking about over 100 hours.
100 hours in the motor alone.
Yeah.
Now, is that a Wayne Calvert job?
Yeah.
I've got 12,000 in that motor.
$12,000. Now, is this a 400 or a...
Yep.
That's
You got $12,000 in this engine, and look at it. It looks like you only got about $12 in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. This is all I can say, guys. BULLSHIT. Right there. So, if you're out there looking to get paint and body work done, don't trust the person that says this is the guy.
Yes.
Always run into him, meet him in person, and you get good references of somebody before you get work done. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete over here with GTO Jason guy. Hopefully getting things straightened out and getting the car back in shape. What's your next plan on the car, Dad?
Send all that Bondo off.
So you're gonna take a grinder to it?
Yep.
Take a grinder to it and start over.
All I gotta say is, my friend Pete.
What about it?
All I gotta say is, my friend Pete better get his ass in here and get this shit finished so we can get this thing in here. That's
We're
all
trying,
I
dude.
Yeah.
We're trying.
If I gotta
We're
come
trying.
and help you, we're gonna get
If you want my friend Pete to do it, I suggest don't take any of the Bondo off. Let my friend Pete do it.
You better get your
Okay.
Get your ass busy.
If you want my friend Pete to do it, I suggest let me take the Bondo off. Let me do it. Because from this angle, it looks like a white GTO show car. I can't believe this. I'm just so shocked. Hey, I'm fucking shocked here, guy. I am shocked. We gotta go, bud. Get that thing loaded up. So if you think by watching YouTube videos of putting Bondo on that way is the right way, you're fucking wrong. Anybody that tells you to cover the whole panel with Bondo is full of shit. I'm gonna show you a little example here. This car was riddled completely with hail. It was dented from end to end, and I did meticulous bodywork to it and only fixed the dents. This is not a Bondo job car. So if I can do it, so can the fucking next guy. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. Hopefully gonna take care of the 66 GTO in the near future and do it right. You need any help over there, bud? It's a bad deal, dude. Bad fucking deal. That's disgusting.
That's a bad deal. GTO Jason's wrong for that, that's for sure.
Disgusting situation. Hold on, whoa. What was that, bud? Get her loaded up, get her home, dude. Get her home, get her in the garage before it starts raining and makes it worse. What I want to know is what's this? Did he plan on painting it like that?
I guess.
With a big oil can, tin can oil fucking spot. Look at all the fucking holes here. I can't believe this. Look at that. Watch. Look at this. This is the situation you have when you think you're paying that big dollars and all that big high class money to all them big high class shops that think they know how to do show cars. This is the situation you have right here. Pathetic. This is actually, I would be embarrassed to show anybody this type of job if that came out of my shop. I would be embarrassed.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.